Hey friends, sorry I'm late. I was just talking with Jordan. You know Jordan, right? From that one amazing community. Well, she asked me to deliver to you all a top secret mission. Jordan may not be a manager or a team lead, but she's incredibly impactful to her team. Every day, Jordan communicates in a way that builds trust, embraces empathy, while remaining authentic to herself. Jordan doesn't just rely on her resume or a leadership title. Instead, she embodies what every team needs: personality players. And that's exactly what we're talking about today. What makes a personality player special and why we need more of them. Skills may get you in the door, but personality keeps the team moving forward. If we want to keep winning, we need to embrace the traits that make us not just good at our jobs, but great team players. Let me share with you all one of my core beliefs. We can be anything that we want. And the real challenge is standing out, being different, and choosing to not be basic. Many companies focus on traditional hires, those with the right degrees and skills. And while those things matter, what truly sets great team members apart is how their personality elevates the entire team. In my doctoral of business administration program, where I study business, leadership, and company culture, I found that traits like effective communication, empathy, and authenticity aren't just nice to haves. They're essential for team success. Being a personality player means that you pass the vibe check. You know how to speak with purpose, connect with heart, and bring authenticity to every interaction. Jordan's mission shows how these traits create leaders defined not by their titles, but by their lasting impact on the team. In every team, there's a rhythm, a way we all contribute. Whether you're leading, following, or supporting, you have to know how you fit in. Now, I'm a huge basketball fan. Now, please note, I said fan, not player. I personally cannot dribble a basketball to save my life. But one thing I've noticed over the years is how each NBA team evolves throughout a season. At first, each player knows their own strengths and limitations. But at the end of the season, it's all about knowing how each teammate contributes. Now let's talk about how communication transforms good teams into great ones. Picture this. Two basketball players are racing down the court, locked in. One is heading toward the basket, and the other anticipates exactly what's coming. The first player tosses the ball up high into the hoop. The second player, without missing a beat, leaps in the air, catches the ball mid-flight, and dunks it in one fluid motion. That's an alley-oop. It's not just their incredible athletic ability on display. It's their communication. Their connection, built with practice and failure, allows them to anticipate each other's moves. Effective communication boosts productivity by 25%. When a team is in sync, things run smoothly. But when communication breaks down, passes are missed, and 9 out of 10 times, something goes wrong. Communication builds trust, turning talented individuals into a unified team. And that's what we want, right? To elevate the game no matter what. Being a champion isn't about skills or effort. It's about the drive, that fire within. And nothing fuels that more than empathy. Empathetic leaders know when to push and when to pull back, giving the team space to thrive. Empathetic leaders are like our office therapists, but without that 5-figure student loan debt. You know, the type that wakes you up at 3 a.m. in the morning and has you spiraling and wondering if you should just return that text message to that prince that said he was going to give you like $2 million. Oh, wait, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Just having a small existential crisis. Empathy is more than just emotional support. It's about knowing when to step in and shift the energy. With all this talk about empathy, I know we have the same business mogul in mind. 50 Cent. Wait, you weren't thinking about 50 Cent? Let me put you on, friend. In his book, Hustle Smarter, Hustle Harder, he shares a story about being backstage with Floyd Mayweather right before the highest grossing fight of all time. With an undefeated record, many expected that Mayweather would win. But his team was acting like they had already won before the fight even started. 50 saw that Floyd wasn't mentally locked in. So he pulled Floyd aside and said something like, "The guy you're about to fight isn't just trying to beat you. He's trying to take food from your children's mouths." And with that, Floyd's mindset shifted from casual to fiercely motivated, and he won the fight by unanimous decision. That's empathy in action, knowing what their team members need to hear to refocus and find their fire. Research shows that teams led by empathetic managers experience less burnout and 45% higher engagement. That's huge. It's like the difference between showing up to work feeling like Beyonce on tour versus AOB's face when he sees the final bar tab at Federales on the last night of the leadership summit. One of them is thriving and the other is rethinking life's choices. Why does this matter? Because empathy creates an environment where people feel seen, supported, and motivated to bring their best self. Remember, empathy isn't about being soft. It's about being strong enough to care. And that's the beauty of leadership. It's not about having all the answers or being perfect. It's about recognizing that our weaknesses allow others to step in and shine. And that's where authenticity really comes into play. Now, did you know that 100% of people without a heartbeat aren't alive? I know, it's shocking. Well, authenticity is the heartbeat that breathes life into a team. Authentic leaders admit mistakes, share feedback, and always strive to do the right thing. At the 2024 Summer Olympics, athletes embrace authenticity in powerful ways. Simone Biles, the GOAT herself, redefined leadership by prioritizing her mental health in 2020 and returned stronger than ever in 2024. By meditating before events or celebrating her teammates and her opponents, she showed that authentic leadership is about self-care while empowering others. And my favorite moment? Watching her touch up her makeup before winning another gold medal. I mean, it's giving she's a legend, she's an icon, she is the moment. But authenticity isn't just about wins. It's about embracing vulnerability and handling losses with grace. The U.S. men's 4x100 relay team missed the baton exchange, costing them the gold medal. Instead of making excuses, they owned their mistake. And what stood out even more was how the veterans, despite their own disappointment, comforted the younger athletes. This was authenticity in action, finding strength and vulnerability and supporting others. As Brené Brown says in Dare to Lead, what's worth doing even if I fail? For leaders, we can make it even more personal by asking, what's worth doing for our team even if we fail? Authentic leaders embrace the risk and know that growth comes from showing up. If you work for Cardinal Group companies, you may be thinking, wait, this all sounds super familiar. Well, everything we've covered today ties back to our core values. I've been sneakily leaving breadcrumbs here the whole time. I mean, who knew that doing the right thing all the time could sound so inspirational? Oh, and if you're wondering who Jordan is, well, she doesn't actually exist. At Cardinal, we have many Jordans, especially on the travel operations team, where great personalities make a huge impact. Yes, we have the technical skills, but what really sets us apart is how we show up, communicating to connect, bringing empathy to understand, and showing up authentically. You can put this into action too. One of my favorite questions to ask is, how can I help? It opens up real conversation and helps me understand the team needs. Another operations specialist prioritizes personal connection with each team member. If you're hiring, Choose Like One Score helps assess how applicants will collaborate and fit into the team, ensuring we build stronger, more cohesive teams. We win as a company when we win together, when we bring our best selves daily. In the end, It's not just about goals, it's about creating an unstoppable team and culture.